Money talks, but this man's fortune screams louder than entire nations. While countries struggle with trillion-dollar debts, one mob boss sits on wealth that makes the U.S. and Russian economies look like pocket change. His name strikes fear into presidents. His bank accounts hold more cash than most governments see in decades, and his criminal empire spans every continent on Earth. They call him the Sovereign, a ghost who controls more money than you can imagine. We're talking about sums so massive that financial experts refuse to calculate them publicly. This isn't just another crime story. This is the tale of how one man became richer than superpowers, deadlier than armies, and more influential than world leaders. Welcome to Billionaire Exclusives, where we expose the secret lives of the world's most powerful figures. If you're ready to discover how blood money built an empire that rivals nations, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, what you're about to learn will change how you see power forever. The rise of a shadow emperor. The Sovereign didn't start with billions. He started with brilliance. Born in a forgotten Eastern European city during the collapse of the Soviet Union, he watched governments crumble while smart men got rich. By age 15, he was already running illegal gambling operations for local gangs, but his mind was calculating something far bigger. While other criminals fought over street corners, the Sovereign studied global finance. He learned that the real money wasn't in drugs or guns. It was in information technology and the weakness of systems. As the internet exploded in the 1990s, he moved faster than any law enforcement agency could follow. His first major breakthrough came through cryptocurrency manipulation. Before Bitcoin became mainstream, the Sovereign was already mining, stealing, and laundering digital currencies through networks so complex that even today's investigators can't trace them. He turned every computer virus into a money-making machine, every data breach into a profit opportunity. But the Sovereign understood something crucial. Digital crimes needed physical muscle. He began buying his way into established crime families across 3 continents: the Italian Cosa Nostra, Russian Bratva, Japanese Yakuza, Mexican cartels. He didn't conquer them, he invested in them. His money talked louder than bullets. By 2005, his network controlled major drug trafficking routes from Colombia to Europe. His cybercrime divisions were stealing billions from banks, while his traditional operations flooded cities with narcotics. Every economic crisis became his opportunity. When markets crashed, he bought. When wars erupted, he sold weapons to both sides. The genius of the Sovereign was integration. He connected old-school mobsters with Silicon Valley hackers, merged ancient smuggling routes with modern technology, and built bridges between criminal organizations that had been enemies for decades. His empire wasn't just criminal, it was revolutionary. Law enforcement agencies didn't even know he existed until it was too late. By the time they realized one man was coordinating global crime, the Sovereign had already bought half the people investigating him. The empire of blood and gold. The numbers are staggering. The Sovereign's drug operations move over 2,000 tons of cocaine annually, more than entire cartels combined. His network stretches from the coca fields of Peru to the streets of London, generating $400 billion in revenue each year. That's more than Netflix, Disney, and Apple's annual profits put together. His gambling empire makes Las Vegas look like a corner store, underground casinos in Macau, illegal sports betting across Europe, and fixed matches in every major league. The Sovereign's betting syndicate processes over $800 billion in wagers annually. When Manchester United plays Barcelona, when the Lakers face the Warriors, when Formula One races in Monaco, his money moves behind every bet. But drugs and gambling were just the foundation. The Sovereign revolutionized human trafficking by treating it like a logistics company. His operations transport over 500,000 people yearly, not just for exploitation, but for his legitimate businesses. He owns construction companies, tech firms, and manufacturing plants where trafficked workers generate billions in profit while authorities look the other way. His cybercrime divisions are the most sophisticated on Earth. They've stolen over $50 billion from banks in the last decade alone. His hackers can crash stock markets, steal government secrets, or wipe out entire companies with a few clicks. When major corporations get hacked, there's a 60% chance the sovereign's people are behind it. The weapons trade became his most profitable venture, his arms dealing network supplies conflicts in Africa, the Middle East, and South America simultaneously. He sells American weapons to rebels while selling Russian arms to governments, sometimes in the same country. Annual weapons profits exceed $200 billion, making him the world's largest illegal arms dealer. Oil theft alone generates $100 billion yearly. His teams tap into pipelines across Nigeria, Iraq, and Venezuela, stealing crude oil that gets sold on black markets worldwide. Entire tanker ships disappear from radar, only to resurface weeks later with new identities and empty holds. Real estate money laundering processes another $300 billion annually. Luxury buildings in New York, London, and Dubai are purchased through shell companies, cleaned through fake renovations, then sold at massive profits. The sovereign owns more Manhattan real estate than most legitimate billionaires. Each operation feeds the others, creating a criminal ecosystem worth over $2 trillion in annual revenue. Living like a modern pharaoh. With trillions flowing through his accounts, the sovereign lives beyond the wildest dreams of royalty. His primary residence is a $2 billion fortress carved into the cliffs of Monaco, featuring 200 rooms, each worth more than most people's homes. The master bedroom alone cost $50 million, with bulletproof glass walls offering panoramic views of the Mediterranean while keeping assassins at bay. His art collection rivals the Louvre. Da Vinci paintings stolen from private collectors, ancient Egyptian artifacts smuggled from archaeological sites, and modern masterpieces bought through intermediaries at secret auctions. The collection's estimated value exceeds $10 billion, displayed in temperature-controlled galleries within his various compounds. The sovereign's vehicle fleet defies comprehension. His garage houses 400 cars, including 50 Bugatti Chirons, 30 McLaren P1s, and a custom Rolls-Royce Phantom encrusted with 2,000 diamonds. Each vehicle is armored to withstand rocket attacks and equipped with jamming devices to block tracking signals. His favorite, a gold-plated Lamborghini Veneno worth $15 million, has never been driven more than 50 miles. His aviation fleet includes 12 private jets, with the flagship being a customized Airbus A380 that cost $800 million to build. The aircraft features a master suite larger than most apartments, a boardroom for conducting business at 40,000 feet, and hidden compartments for transporting cash and weapons across borders undetected. On water, the sovereign commands a navy of luxury yachts. His flagship vessel, the Leviathan, stretches 500 feet and cost $1.2 billion. It features 3 helicopter pads, a submarine dock, and enough firepower to sink military vessels. The yacht's master suite is larger than the White House Oval Office, with walls lined in rare marble and floors made from fossilized dinosaur bones. His jewelry collection includes the world's largest privately owned diamond, a 400-carat stone worth $100 million that he wears on a custom titanium chain. His watch collection features 200 timepieces, including several one-of-a-kind pieces from Patek Philippe and Richard Mille worth $5 million each. Security costs alone exceed $500 million annually. The sovereign employs 5,000 bodyguards worldwide, each earning more than most CEOs. His protection detail includes former Navy SEALs, ex-Spetsnaz operators, and discharged intelligence agents from every major power. Power beyond borders and the untouchable legacy. The sovereign's true power isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in governments that dance to his tune. His political influence network spans 47 countries, with presidents, prime ministers, and dictators all receiving monthly payments. When elections happen in key nations, the sovereign decides the winners by funding campaigns through untraceable shell companies. His annual bribery budget exceeds $50 billion. Supreme Court judges in major democracies receive $10 million yearly to rule favorably on cases affecting his interests. Police chiefs across Europe earn $5 million annually to ignore his operations. Even Interpol agents have been compromised, with entire task forces working for him while pretending to hunt him. The sovereign controls entire industries through strategic ownership. He owns 30% of global shipping, meaning 1/3 of everything moved by sea passes through his network. His mining operations in Africa extract $200 billion in precious metals annually, often using child labor while bribing governments to look away. His agricultural empire controls food supplies across 3 continents, deliberately creating famines to drive up prices. But power requires blood. The sovereign's kill list includes 12 heads of state, 200 judges, 500 journalists, and over 10,000 rivals. When Mexico's president tried to shut down his operations, the leader died in a mysterious plane crash. When a Swiss banker threatened to expose his accounts, the man's entire family vanished overnight. Fear keeps his empire intact. His technology warfare division has crashed 3 national economies in the past decade. Stock markets collapse when his hackers attack financial systems. Power grids fail when his cyber teams target infrastructure. The 2008 financial crisis. Many experts privately believe the sovereign orchestrated it to buy assets at rock-bottom prices. Law enforcement agencies have spent $100 billion trying to catch him over 20 years. Joint task forces involving the FBI, CIA, MI6, and Interpol have produced 0 arrests. Every witness disappears, every informant dies, and every investigation leads to dead ends. The sovereign's counterintelligence network is more sophisticated than most national spy agencies. Today, the sovereign remains a ghost controlling a $2 trillion empire. His influence shapes global politics. His money moves markets, and his decisions affect billions of lives. Some intelligence sources claim he's planning retirement. Others believe he's expanding into space-based operations. What everyone agrees on is this: the sovereign has become something beyond a criminal. He's become a force of nature, proof that in our interconnected world, one man with enough money and ruthlessness can become more powerful than nations. The question isn't whether the sovereign will ever be caught. It's whether the world can survive his continued reign as the richest, most dangerous man who ever lived. The sovereign's story proves that in our world, money doesn't just talk, it rules. But his empire is just the beginning. Here at Billionaire Exclusives, we expose the hidden fortunes, secret dealings, and dangerous lives of the world's most powerful figures. If this blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe for more shocking revelations about the ultra-wealthy. Ring the notification bell because next week, we're revealing the tech billionaire who secretly controls your data and makes millions from your private information. Drop a comment below. Do you think the sovereign is still out there pulling strings? What other mysterious billionaires should we investigate next? Remember, the real power players stay hidden. We make sure you see them. Until next time, keep questioning everything.